folks, welcome to the video. This is Untitled Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Alien Fireteams Elite and I don't know if I can speak. We're going to be looking at my Technician build. Now a Technician is by far my favourite class. It's the one I used for pretty much my entire first playthrough before I started leveling all the other classes, and it's the one I kind of come back to now still all the time. I really do enjoy the Technician. I do think it needs a little bit of tweaking. There are some bugs with it as well, which I'll go into in a bit more detail once I move into my build. So yeah, let's just without further ado, let's jump into it, guys. So now, first up, my weapon choices. Now, both of these weapons are weapons you have to find in the game, which means neither of these weapons are entirely necessary. The weapon I used mostly when I was leveling up was the Flamer, which is actually really, really nice. It's a really nice, what's the word? It works well with the turret if you put on the type of turret I've done. For you to have a Flamer and your turret to do the kind of heavy damage. So yeah, I mean, until you get the fully automatic shotgun, I'd recommend the Flamer if you're leveling up. It's a really nice option. When it comes to your weapon loadouts, what you're looking for is, if you have got the burst rifle here, I can't talk anymore. The burst pistol. I have put on a recoil booster, which gives me fire rate and stability, which is always handy. I've also put on the tactical mag, which again gives me fire rate and maximum ammo. Now a lot of people do put on the rapid reload mag here. My thing is ammo. I like having maximum ammo. 35% extra is no joke. You know, yeah, it takes me half a second longer to reload, but I shoot for minutes longer. So yeah, it's worth it, I think. And then lastly, the red dot sight, which is, you know, pretty much the mainstay of all the sights you should be using. Yeah, basically, if you can use this, use it. It's the best sight in the game by far. So that is the handgun. So you have got lots of other options here. A lot of people just like the straight up Magnum. I prefer the faster firing ones. The combat pistol here is, I quite like this as well. And some of these actually were okay. Like the rapid responder was okay, not brilliant, okay. Basically, the way the thing is, if they were more than 2 meters away from you, it was useless. If they were within 2 meters of you, it was devastating. And the auto pistol is actually really nice as well. The auto pistol is a really nice secondary option. I just like the burst pistol just because it's a little bit more accurate than the auto pistol. Otherwise, I would use the auto pistol as my secondary, I think. So that's that, guys. Moving on to my shotgun. I've already kind of gone for this in another couple of videos. So fully automatic shotgun, as I said, you pick this up during, I believe, only in intense level missions. And I put onto the supported compensator for fire rate and stability. I put on the casket magazine for fire rate and max ammo. And then lastly, I'm testing this out, the hybrid sight for accuracy and weak point damage. That's purely just accuracy, because weak point damage isn't really something that you're going to be worrying about too much with the shotgun. So that's it, guys. If you haven't got this, as I said, use the Flamer, or even the pump shotgun, the straight up one you get at the very beginning. It's one of the best guns in the game. You know, may as well keep that. You will ultimately, as I said, as you can see, I've leveled up all these. You will ultimately do all that, and you can test them out yourself. You can change it to what you like. A really good option is the Banage Fletcher SMG, generally regarded as one of the best guns in the game. This is absolutely fantastic, actually, and it's I wouldn't say it's effective at range, but it's effective at longer ranges than probably anything else here. So it can give the Technician a little bit of kind of a medium range weapon, not long range, medium range. So it's also an option if you want to use it. Moving on to my actual perks. So here we are. As you can see, I've gone purely into skills, as I think the Technician should be. What I've done here is I've put on maximum damage for my turret, all three damage mods here, and I've put on dynamic delivery systems. This is pretty much one of the must-have mods. Your turret now fires 10% faster and deals 25% more damage to armor. This is really handy if it can actually lock on to a heavy, like a drone or something like that. It can really actually churn them down really fast. And then almost everything else is on my charged coils, which now have 40% duration and 40% radius and 55% duration. Basically, with these, you can crowd control large areas of the map, and because of the huge duration and the fact that the coils recharge automatically, you should be able to keep 3 or 4 of these out at all times. It's quite nice. What I've done here is I've put on the maximum duration, maximum reach, long haul, enhanced reach again, and a bit of extra duration, and then disruptive technology. Charged coils also reduce the damage dealt by affected enemies by 25%. So you are essentially crowd controlling the entire map, and also now doing way less damage. And the last mod I put on here is the Creative Pain Point Solutions. Now this is one of those mods you're going to have to find out in the wild. You and your turret deal 10% more damage to slow the enemies. That's just free damage, guys, because you're going to be slowing everything. Now, I've had a lot of people say use this and use that. I don't like that. The reason that I don't like... This is actually kind of handy with the shotgun. I was testing it a little bit with a fully automatic shotgun because of the reload speed and the stability, and the next one is fire rate and accuracy. It's actually quite nice with the full automatic shotgun. But this one here, right? Whenever your turrets stumble a target, they take more damage. The problem with that is stumble. Right now, stumble is a broken mechanic. The enemies fall over and then fall at you faster than they were running. They can fall uphill, like upstairs. They can fall anywhere they want, and you can't then hit them in their heads and their weak points because they're falling all over the place. So I'm actually trying not to have things stumble. I've actually taken stumble off of all my guns, and I don't use it now as much as possible in any of my builds, because I would rather consistently be able to hit headshots or weak points than have the enemies just falling over the map. So yeah, and if they fix it, I'll come back to this and have a wee look at it, but right now I'm gonna say no to that. So that's my technician build, guys. I need to change that. When it comes to your consumables, the ones I would recommend would be the hardened incendiary turret gun and the cryo grid. I'm using up all this extra nonsense that I've been collecting, so I'm kind of leaving this stuff just now. And I'm not buying anything else right now. I'm thinking if they bring out the new stuff over the next couple of weeks, that there might be new stuff in the shops. So I'm saving up my money. Saying that though, wow, just hit 50,000 exactly. So I've got plenty of money to do stuff. But anyway, guys, that is my technician build. I really enjoy it. One little tip I would give: see, when you're testing out the radius, you can't really see the radius all that well of the coils. You kind of can from up here. I found put it onto a wall, and you can actually see the radius, and that way you can test to see how much space it does. And that's your turret there as well. And yeah, as you can see as well, guys, I've just gone for the standard turret. 90% of the people that you'll see with technician will be running the incendiary turret. Thing with that is the incendiary turret is very, very strong. It really is, but it's only strong within about 10 meters, whereas my turret can hit things. I mean, it's actually kind of strange. I'd like them to release proper data on what the things are capable of, because I've seen my turret hit things like maybe this far away with no problem, and yet I've seen the turret just sit there and do nothing whilst enemies are like here. So I think the turret's coding needs a little bit of work, but there's quite a lot of stuff in the game that needs a little bit of work. One thing I would mention as well: do not put recharge mods onto charged coils. It doesn't work right now. It just doesn't work. Doesn't give you any extra cooldown at all. So don't put any cooldown on that. You don't need cooldown on your turret, because the thing with the turret, guys, once you've finished the combat, go back up to the turret, long press F, and you pick your turret back up. And that's a little tip as well. See if your turret is damaged. One of the mods says to sit next to your turret so it heals. Forget that nonsense, guys. The amount of healing it gets is so ridiculously small that if the turret's sparking or if it's damaged, run up, pick it up, do some shooting, and immediately put it back down again. It will be at full health. So yeah, that's a little trick for you guys. Alright, guys, so that is my technician. As I said, it's my favourite class, so I really enjoyed making this build, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it as well. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.